A side street round the hotel. It only leads to private residences. It's closed. The door is locked. Probably just another harbor warehouse. One can't go down to the sea during high tide. I have no idea where I should call. I don't need to make a call. It looks like he's had a lot to drink. The reception desk telephone. I don't know the number. The reception desk telephone. I don't know. The keys to all the rooms.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Good evening. What rooms have you got free?
I'm sorry, sir, but all our rooms are already taken.
I could do with something small. I won't stay long.
I'm afraid we're fully occupied, monsieur. A theater company from Poland came in just a little while ago and took almost the whole floor. Oh, certainement, you understand. There is nothing I can do.
There's no way I could get a room at this hour? Are you sure?
No, monsieur. Try asking again tomorrow. Maybe an apartment will become free until then.
Well, that's too late, but what can I do? Thanks for your time.
Excusez-moi. I have to do some work now.
How's it going?
Okay, I suppose. Will you have a glass with me? Or better yet, two. What do you say?
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. Let's do at least one, right?
No, really, I must stay sober.
That's too bad then. Anyway, I enjoy drinking by myself, too.
Yeah, I can see that. No offense intended. Why are you wearing a suit? A party of some sort?
Nah, this is my work clothes. I'm partying for everybody here.
For who?
Well, everybody from our ensemble. I'm a theater director. See?
Oh, that theater company from Poland, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm waiting for the last latecomer, but it's getting somewhat out of hand. Anyway, I don't mind. But that Daniel, he's gonna get it when I run into him. But before that, I'll have another one.
Daniel?
Yeah? I'm waiting to see if he shows up after all so that I can sign a joint reservation. But I better go to bed already. I'm supposed to direct the premiere tomorrow. Oh my, the premiere.
Maybe I could take care of it for you.
What? The premiere?
No, the reservation.
Oh. Well, that would be cool. I'm pretty sick of this flunky here. The desk clerk.
The clerk?
Yeah. He wouldn't quit bugging me, so I got stuck here, waiting.
I'll see what I can do. What's the full name of that colleague of yours?
Daniel. Daniel Bodrovsky. Yeah, that's it.
Daniel Bedrovsky. Are you sure?
Ah, is your hearing okay? Dobrovsky. Dobrovsky.
All right, you can rely on me.
You sure? Okay, I'll just down this last one and then hit the sack. And now, I'd rather say goodbye. All this talk is beginning to tire me.
I can imagine. Goodbye.
Bye.
A set of hotel matches. I'll take them. There's only 2 left. There is the reception desk telephone number on the back side, 547-926-12.
Bonsoir, Hotel Saffron, reception desk. How can I help you?
My name is Dobrovsky, and I have a reservation for a week's stay with my colleagues who have already booked in.
I suppose you're with the Polish Theatre Company, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, unfortunately, illness has kept me in bed, so I'd like to cancel my reservation. Is there anything special I have to do for that?
Oh, oui, I see now. Ce n'est pas problème. May I ask your name again?
Dobrovsky. Daniel Dobrovsky.
Just a moment. I need to look you up in the reservation list. Ah oui, your reservation is now cancelled. I'll take care of everything, don't worry.
Well, thank you. Is that all? I'd like to get back to resting.
Certainement, monsieur. Thanks for calling and have a nice evening. Au revoir.
Goodbye.
Monsieur, would you please step to the reception desk? It's good that you have returned. It looks like you're lucky today. A room on the first floor has just gotten free unexpectedly. Would you still like to book in?
Oh, yes, of course, I'll take it.
In that case, all that's needed is your registration in the guest book. May I have your name?
It's Martin Holan.
Here's your key, room number 24.
Thanks. Oh, and one more thing.
Oui?
Can you look up a telephone number for me? It's a friend of mine. I had the number in my cell phone and it broke. Professor François de Wilde.
I'll get right on it.
Thanks. I'll be back later.
I wish you a pleasant stay in the Hotel Saffron, monsieur.
The key to my room. The reception desk telephone. The number is 547-926-12. This isn't my room. This isn't my room. The journey was long. I need to have a little rest. I'll stay inside.
I found the telephone number for you, monsieur. Professeur François de Wilde, 873-745-12. You can use the phone here at the reception desk.
Excellent, thanks.
Hello?
It's me.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you again, Martin. Why didn't you call earlier?
That one is a long story. I lost my cell phone.
Have you run into problems?
More than that. We are not the only ones interested in this matter.
That was to be expected. You should tell me more in person.
I agree.
But one thing that I must know right away. Curiosity won't let me wait. Have you been successful?
Yes, I have.
Excellent. I knew I could rely on you. Where are you now? Can you make it to my mansion?
If everything goes as planned, I should be able to get there in about an hour.
Very well. Let's not lose any more time. I'll be expecting you.
I'll set off immediately.
And Martin, be careful.
More than ever. Soaked from the rain, they couldn't bear my weight. Dirty covers from just about anything, and not much else. There's no key in the lock. I'm not going to poke about in that. It's just garbage and dirt from the hotel. It smells of fish. You can tell even over here. Crates, fish, and more fish in even more crates. Not much, except the smell. Can I have a word with you?
Can't you see I've got work to do?
Well, I need your boat.
What now? You can forget about that right now. See this pile of crates? It's gotta be unloaded by midnight. And I need a good night's sleep too. So leave me alone.
Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Listen, there's no way I can get anywhere at this hour without your boat. I'll pay you premium for the ferriage.
Yeah, now that sounds better. I never reject money. But I can't go anywhere until I unload. Except, maybe, you could give me a hand with the crates, and when we're done, we can set up.
No, that's impossible. I've got to be there as soon as I can.
Your call. Like I said, first the load, then the boat.
They're empty, no fish. However, they stink as if they were full.
So you changed your mind, eh?
Yes, I have, I think. How long is it going to take, approximately?
Well, if we do hurry it, we could set off in about an hour.
Okay, let's do it.
That's something I like to hear. See? Just a little hard work and sweat. It's done.
Damn crates, what the heck do you have in these? I can barely feel my hands. In fact, I feel as if I can touch my knees.
Now you know how tough a job us fishermen work. Thanks, man. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably have to sweat it out this morning by myself.
Guess I'm supposed to say you're welcome, but I don't actually think so.
What a joker, I like that. Okay, let's settle the price so we can go.
What? You still want money?
Hey, like I said earlier, I'm not sailing anywhere at night for free.
All right, you'll get it on the way back, agreed?
Deal. Welcome aboard my humble boat. She's got some miles on her. Not even the biggest waves can slow her down.
I sure hope we get to that island fast.
Don't worry, we'll be off in a minute.
I'll be back in an hour or so. Wait for me here.
Okay.
The walk to the mansion only took me a little while. I've come this way so many times before that I could easily do it with a blindfold on. Soon I was standing in front of the main gate. My uncle's mansion, a beautiful residence in winter as well as in summer. It's me, Martin.
Come on in.
Welcome, Martin. I couldn't wait to see you here. Sit down. Tell me everything you've found.
I don't even know where to start. So much has happened. You already know what went on in Prague.
Yes, unfortunately I do. I deeply regret Barbora's death.
What happened to her was not an accident. Somebody has been a step ahead of us all this time.
I should have anticipated that. I could have warned her. If only I had known I would have been more careful.
The murderer is still out there somewhere. You mustn't blame yourself.
Yes, you're probably right. There is no time for sorrow. Tell me what you have discovered. I must know it all.
Right. Well, when I arrived, I knew instantly that I was at the right place. I told my uncle the whole story from my arrival at the mine to the unexpected rendezvous with the colleague deep within the corridors of the German archive. He grew very excited when I started describing the underground shelter. And when I was talking about the secret laboratory, his eyes shimmered and his expression became even more tense. It was obvious that I had found what he had been looking for in vain for so long. When I was finished with my narration, it took him a while to speak again.
We are close to obtaining the answer to perhaps the oldest questions that mankind has ever had. Finally, we have an opportunity to prove to everybody that we are not alone and have never been alone on Earth. What you have seen in that laboratory were remains of a machine that had not been built by the hand of man. An artifact so powerful that it can heal and even make life longer. But that's not the reason I sent you there. My main and only objective is to acquire real evidence of extraterrestrial life. That thing you showed me makes me certain that we are close. It is similar to the one I have, only the shape is different. Have a look.
Yes, they're almost identical.
This one I found many years ago in the Temple of Stone, and I'm positive there's 3 of them in total. Yours, which God knows how the Germans have seized. Mine, and the one hidden in the Temple of Dawn. I made this discovery on my last expedition. Unfortunately, I didn't succeed in retrieving the last statue from the temple. Which is your task now. We must not cease to search.
Of course, but where exactly do we resume?
Everything has been arranged already. I had plans this long before I even called you to go to Prague. The destination is Mexico. It's a pity I'm too old for such a journey. You'll have to set out alone.
It won't be easy in all this haste.
This letter here is for my good friend in Mexico, with whom I went through many a great experience in my youth. He owns a junk shop right in the town square of a small village called Teculut. Finding this spot isn't exactly easy, but you'll manage. Look him up and make use of his help.
I'll try to.
The airline tickets are in the envelope along with the letter. I will put both our keys into my safe for the night. Come pick them up in the morning.
Agreed. At least I'll sleep more calmly.
I'll also give you my map that I acquired in Mexico. It might help you. But let's leave that for tomorrow. Now go.
After I left the mansion, I felt a mixture of sensations within me. An ambition to discover and prove something, but also a fear of the unknown. Destination Mexico, first class. The letter I'm supposed to give to my uncle's friend in Teculut. On my way back to the hotel, so many thoughts were running through my mind, I hardly paid any attention to the sailing on the waves of night. It didn't take long for the foggy silhouette of the harbor to emerge from the darkness.
Hey, you!
Who is it?
Good evening. Hopefully we haven't been too rough on you. I actually despise violence, but my son appears to take great pleasure in it.
Who are you? And what do you want from me?
Certainly you remember my son.
What? That is your son?
Unfortunately, I overestimated his abilities when I sent him into the mine after you. Father! Quiet! You see, I actually respect my adversaries.
Too bad I can't say the same thing.
I understand. But now, listen very carefully. You don't have the faintest idea what you're dealing with.
Oh, I've heard that one before.
I have devoted my whole life to Project NiBiRu, and now that I'm so close to finishing it, nobody can stop me. Nobody!
Project NiBiRu? What do you know about it anyway?
Everything! It was me who started it, and it's going to be me who gets it through the final phase.
That's gotta be nonsense. What the heck are you talking about? I mean, don't get offended, but at this point, that project is over 70 years old. You see, I've got proof. I found a journal down there, but I've got it right here.
Not anymore. I took my precious notes back.
Hold on, are you trying to tell me that it was you who wrote that journal? I'm not stupid. I can count. You would have to be at least 90, maybe even 100 years old?
Exactly 102. I say math is your strong subject. The project was supposed to serve as a new weapon for the Reich's war machinery. But those fools didn't believe me. That's why I built that underground shelter and continued the research alone. I am the scientist you read about in the journal, young man.
I don't believe you.
You want proof? You saw in my old labs the remains of a machine that I acquired in Mexico many years ago, right?
Well, yes.
That technology is an actual miracle. It can keep an arbitrary cell alive almost indefinitely.
No, that's just impossible. How could you...
Know all this? If I were lying? You can keep thinking about it when we leave. Now that you have even managed to open my safe, I used my original notes from the journal to finish my work. In other circumstances, I would actually thank you. Pity we have to part now. Farewell.
I've been waiting for you to wake up before I leave. We have some unfinished business, remember?
Well, I did what I had to do. I didn't have a choice.
True enough. Too bad you almost got me killed. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. The situation has turned around quite a bit, don't you think? My father is very old and rather sentimental. He preferred you to stay alive. But now, he isn't here. And I have different plans. You understand? And I won't let you stand in our way again!
It doesn't seem I have much choice now either.
Smart. Can you see that gas bottle over there, on the table? When I'm finished with you, its effects will get to you, as well as all the details in that head of yours. Quite a virtuous idea, don't you think?
I can certainly see it makes you delighted. Is it your first, then?
You'd better keep your mouth shut. But since I've had no remorse before my father, I'll give you one more chance.
What? Am I supposed to kill myself before it tears me apart?
Oh, come on. Try again with a little fantasy, my friend. You've still got one hand free. What a pity I must leave now. This is certainly going to be a great show. So, have a nice day.
Wait a minute!
Farewell.
razor sharp. It leads somewhere to the ceiling. I have to get rid of them somehow. I can't reach it. I need to get rid of those handcuffs. Time is on my side for a while now. I'll try to unlock the cuffs. I have no idea what's inside them, but they smell really bad. I'd better leave them alone. The warehouse is loaded to the roof with crates and boxes. Salt for fish storage. The door is locked. That was close. I barely escaped. But it isn't my life that's in danger now. I must warn the professor before they get to him. The presence of the police does not suggest anything nice. Hopefully I'm not too late.
Monsieur, may I ask what is the purpose of your visit here?
Yes, I've come to see a friend.
Monsieur François de Wilde?
Yes.
I regret to tell you I have some very bad news. Monsieur Wilde is dead. I am sorry.
Dead? But why? Why did they have to kill him? It's my fault. I came too late. All right, I'll have to get over it and find out what happened. Okay, tell me, how did it happen?
I don't know the details. According to the detective, it was a suicide.
Nonsense, he would never do that.
Why have you come to see Monsieur Wilde anyway?
I'd rather tell the detective that myself.
Well, I'm not supposed to let anybody pass this gate. But your statement might be of interest to the detective. You said Wilde was your friend, right?
Yes, he is my friend. I mean, was.
You're all right then. I'll let you in. Go directly to the front of the house and tell the detective who you are.
He's taking notes. The water is beautifully clear, but I have other problems now.
Who let you in here? You don't happen to be a NiBiRu journalist, do you?
No, I don't. The professor was my friend. That's why the guard let me come in. In fact, he was more than that. He was my uncle.
Oh, I see.
We had a lot in common. He was a great man.
I understand. I am very sorry for what happened, monsieur. Could you answer a few questions for me now?
Sure.
Good. Tell me, when have you last spoken to him?
Just yesterday.
Really? When?
I don't know the exact time, but it was already after 10 o'clock when I arrived.
What did you talk about? Did he seem normal, so to speak?
Yes, he was all right. We were discussing...
Yes? Go ahead, monsieur. It could be important.
Well, we were planning a journey to Mexico.
A joint journey to Mexico, you say? That really is interesting.
No, I was supposed to fly by myself, because of his age.
Un moment, I'm losing track of continuity here. What was the purpose of that journey?
The professor spent years working on research collecting certain data on the Mayan culture. It's a long story. You want to hear it?
That won't be necessary. I don't think it could be related to the case. Do you have any idea why he would be willing to commit suicide?
Suicide? Nonsense. He would never do that. With the work of his life almost finished, he was so close. I knew him very well. It must have been murder.
The suicide note is very explicit, monsieur. Have a look for yourself.
But this isn't the professor's handwriting, Detective.
It was found with the body directly on the table, monsieur.
I'd recognize his handwriting even in complete darkness, and I'm telling you, this is not it.
Do you have any kind of support for what you are saying?
Were I allowed to have a look around the mansion, I might be able to help you.
Perhaps, monsieur, but there isn't much to investigate. The case is quite clear. A close-range shot in the temple and a suicide note. I'm sorry.
If I prove that the letter isn't authentic, will you change your opinion?
Oui, that would be a completely different story then.
Good. Let me think for a while. Here, Detective, have a look. Well, compare the letter that you have found and this one that the professor wrote himself. He gave it to me yesterday evening. It's supposed to be a message for somebody in Mexico.
Intéressant. You're right. This is obvious even to my own eyes. The writing is entirely different. Great work, really. So it's not common procedure. In light of the evidence you have provided, I'll let you have a look around the mansion. You can stay there until I call in the expert, but make sure you leave the whole place as it is, understood?
You can rely on me, Detective.
But of course I'll have to keep the letter. It's important evidence.
Is it completely necessary?
Absolument. I must insist.
He's taking notes. I didn't manage to warn Professor in time, but certainly he wouldn't want me to stop now. I'll finish his work, and then his murderer is going to pay. A terrible sight. I gave it to my uncle for his birthday. He loved bonsai trees. There's a small opening in the bottom, maybe a lock. It leads into the hall and out to the garden. Photographs from expeditions to South America, which Uncle loved so much. We were sitting here just yesterday evening. The fire is out. It looks like it was often moved. The sand hasn't run out yet.
I see you aren't there, Francois, so I'll leave you a message. The books you've ordered have arrived and are here on my table. Should I bring them in myself, or are you going to send for them? I'd prefer the first option so that we can resume our chess game for a bit. I deserve a rematch, so how about this evening? In any case, call me and we'll arrange something.
Professor François de Wilde? Answer the phone, please, if you're home. I'm calling in an urgent matter. Professor?
This voice seems familiar, but it doesn't sound like any of the professor's friends or colleagues. This must be the safe where Uncle hid both the statues. I have to open it somehow. The sand hasn't run out yet. That's impossible. The statues are gone. I have to get them back before those bastards disappear with them for good. There's a little brass key inside the hourglass. What lock could it possibly fit? A small key is shimmering in the hourglass. A nice small gold key. Francois left some notes on the Mayan numerical system here. The vigesimal system starts from the bottom with 1s and continues up through 20s to 400s. A very clever numeric system for its time.
Have you noticed anything that could help us?
No, nothing really, I'm afraid. Wait a minute. There is one little detail. There's a message on the answering machine in a voice that I don't know. I mean, it's none of the professor's friends I know. Maybe somebody was checking out if he was at home.
Oh, that's a good one. Sounds logical. I'll verify it.
But I have to apologize. I broke an old hourglass by accident.
You should have been more careful. But okay, at least you've told me. Will that be all, Monsieur?
Martin Holan. Yes, there's nothing else I've noticed.
All right, then. It was my pleasure working with you, Monsieur Holan.
Mine too, Detective, but I have to go now.
I may need to talk to you again. Is there a way to contact you?
Well, I'm staying in the Hotel Saffron at the moment. It's on the opposite coast, not far from the harbor.
Goodbye. Au revoir, et merci beaucoup, Monsieur Holan.
Goodbye, Detective.
Have you spoken with the detective?
Yes, I think I've shed some light into that disgusting murder.
No suicide. Having let you in was a good thing after all. At least I won't have to explain anything to my superiors. May I know what you have concluded?
Why don't you ask the detective? I mean, I don't want to talk about it again. You understand.
Oh, pardon moi. I see, of course.
I have to go now. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Room 32, oui, monsieur?
Yes, 32. We would like to leave as soon as possible.
Of course, sir. It's only going to take a minute.
That's him. All this time they've been in the same hotel. I should have suspected. They must have been following me. I'd better bail before he notices me. They knew all about my moves, and it cost Uncle de Wilde his life. At least I know where both statues are. I mustn't lose any more time.
What are you looking for around here, young man? Popped in for a bit of a chat with old Iris?
No, not really. I'm staying in this hotel here and just killing time.
Ah, fiddlesticks. Why would you creep around garbage, eh?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, right. You're not being exactly respectful to an old lady, young man.
Well, I didn't even want to talk to you.
As you wish.
A strong walking stick, probably belonging to that old beggar. A strong walking stick, probably There is nothing to talk about. This lady must have seen things. It's too high, I can't reach it. We have nothing to talk about.
Hands off, young man. This stick's been around, so you better make sure you don't mess with it.
Easy, easy.
Hands off, I said. What's that? You come to apologize, eh? A lady you've got to treat like a flower. Never heard of that.
I just wanted...
Hoity-toity. What do you want from me?
I need to borrow your walking stick.
What? Is my hearing okay? Oh, this young man needs something from me all of a sudden, eh? Well, try again. How do you speak to a lady?
I must be hallucinating.
Wrong again.
Oh my, all right. Madam Iris?
Good, and?
Would you be so kind as to lend me that stick of yours?
Now that's much better. Old Iris will teach you some manners.
So, will you lend it to me?
No, I won't. Nothing's for free.
Well, I just apologized.
What? That was supposed to be an apology? But okay, at least you'll try. I'll lend it to you, but you'll have to do me a favor in return. I'm hungry.
You want money?
Do I look like a beggar or what? Grab something myself, but my legs aren't what they used to be. Get me a hot dog from that old bold-faced Craig. He's got a store right around this corner here.
Deal. But you'd better keep your word.
What do you think of me? Of course I will. Well, get going. I'm getting so hungry right now, I could eat a horse.
All right. Greetings.
What will it be, sir?
Give me a hot dog.
It won't take a minute. In fact, even half a minute. In fact, you'll have it right away.
Well, I'm not in a hurry.
With the mustard, right?
Can be.
Un moment, coming up.
Here you go. 3 francs. There is nothing to talk. The mustard has a distinct hot smell. Here's that hot dog you wanted.
Gimme. Yuck! It's outright filth, this is.
What?
I hate that yellow gooey sewage. Bring me another one, but without the mustard. I'll only take ketchup. Just ketchup, got it?
Well, what can I do? Now, this is a lady I could kill for.
I sure enjoyed your hot dog. Want another one?
Yes, but I'd like ketchup instead of mustard.
Why, ketchup, in these parts, that is a waste of a hot dog, I tell you.
Well, that's what I've got an appetite for.
Well, I don't make hot dogs with ketchup, I'm sorry.
Is it a problem to just replace mustard with ketchup? What's the big deal?
It's not, but like I said, I don't make them. I mean, I have no ketchup here.
Okay, give me a bare one.
Without anything?
Yes, without anything.
All right, I will, but don't complain about hot dogs of old Crazen, okay?
Okay.
Here it is, one nudist hot dog. 3 francs. Have a nice day.
Thanks. A small hot dog, made on request with neither ketchup nor mustard. Hopefully the lobby will be safe already. I need to take a look. I won't make it to the staircase. He'd spot me. Mild ketchup.
Now that's much better. You're being a nice lad.
Yeah, well, looks like it. It cost me some change and a bucket full of nerves.
Well, I can get a bit cross when I'm hungry. But that's going to be better now.
So, can I take the stick at last?
Hold on a minute. What do you mean, take? That was not the deal. Just lend. Leave it somewhere around here when you're done.
Sure, just lend, no problem.
Enjoy.
A walking stick made of oak wood. We have nothing to talk about. I need to slip into the hotel's hall unnoticed. With a bit of luck, I won't run into either one of those two. The sensor will detect a possible fire in the building. He's fixing a light. I'll leave him to his work. I don't know where the door leads, but it's locked. I don't want to run into one of those two. I'll keep away from the lobby for now. Would you have a minute?
Of course! How can I help you?
What's behind the door at the end of the hall?
Over there at the back? Well, just a service closet. Tools, cleaners, clean towels. If you need anything, ask at the reception desk.
No, that's all right. I was just curious about the door.
Is that all, monsieur? I need to finish this work.
I won't be stalling you, thanks. The outlet is now free. It's full of clear water. Pardon me, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Sure, sir.
The electricity seems to be out in my room. Could you have a look at it?
Really? Strange. Before I began with the light here, I checked all the rooms in this hall.
I tried the chandelier as well as the outlets. They're all dead.
Cavalier! Let's see. Most likely it's just a fuse. I'll fix it up right away.
Thanks. I'll wait outside. The keys I've borrowed from the serviceman. My hands are clean. There's only more cleaners inside it. The same sensor as those in the hall. An ordinary rag used for swabbing floors. I don't like sweeping. I hate the stench of diluter. My head aches from it. The rag has a strong smell of diluter. I waited until the hotel got deserted and discreetly slipped back into the hall. There's no time to waste. They're likely to find out very soon that the alarm was false. Room 32. This is where they're staying. The keys to all the rooms in the hotel. Room 32. Great. Time to pay them a little visit before they return. The key to room number 32. The bed is empty and well made. I'll have a look under the bed. Looks like they left something behind in their haste. A numeric code, goddammit. What could the combination possibly be? Excellent. My luck has changed again. I won't let anybody take these away from me. Now I have to get lost, quickly. I don't want to bump into those guys with this in my hands. I bailed from the hotel quietly, calling a cab and setting off to the airport. A long flight to Mexico awaits me.